book lovers, it is G-Swizz here, and I am here today to talk about a TBR that I've coordinated for the second quarter of the year. I've decided as of today, I want to start doing quarterly TBR videos. I do love doing monthly TBR videos. I mean, monthly TBR videos work for me. But I also am just a very big fan of lists. Love coordinating lists. I love coordinating the books that I will plan to read based on new releases that will come out eventually as well. So I will also be mentioning some new releases as I do this. I am going to be talking about the books that I want to read from April and then moving on to the end of June. So this is the second quarter of the year, Q2 if you want to call it that, and then I will plan to do some for quarter 3, which should be July to the end of September, and then Q4, which should be from the beginning of October leading into the end of December. I don't know, I've been thinking about this for a very long time and I just decided I'm just gonna bite the bullet and do it. So I guess without further ado, I'm gonna share some books that are on my TBR for the next 3 months. I finally want to get to the Iron Fae series by Julie Kagawa. I've been really looking forward to something that's like Fae related and stuff. And also, I really like Julie Kagawa's writing based off of the Shadow of the Fox trilogy. That was a really cool trilogy. I'm just hoping that this has aged well because back in the day, this was everybody's favorite book. I'm just hoping that it kind of just like suits everybody's modern day Fae taste. There's only one way to find out, and that is to read it. I definitely want to add this to my TBR this quarter. And another book series that I want to add to my TBR this quarter is the Bone Season series, or at least as much as I possibly can read of it. It's been years since I purchased this book, by the way. If you guys don't know, I'm currently reading the series. I actually just finished the Bone Season yesterday as I'm filming this video, and I really did enjoy it. It was good. It was a 3 out of 5 star read. It was more like a decent read, not necessarily one of my favorites. And so I want to continue on with the series to see if it's going to be one of my favorites. And I'm very much curious about this world. Sorry if there's so much noise in the background. I'm filming this on a weekday, and apparently everybody just wants to do their things on a weekday. I mean, this makes sense. I'm usually at work at this time, but I'm taking a day off, so yeah, there's that. And the next book series that I want to read this quarter is Hunted by the Sky, or the Hunted by the Sky series, and its sequel, Rising Like a Storm. And I'm pretty sure Rising Like a Storm comes out at the end of June, close to the end of June. So I really do want to get to the series because I've just heard really good things about it. But also, it seems to be a very underhyped series, and I'm curious. I think that in this quarter, it's just the perfect time to just put it on my TBR. And then I want to read Fable and Namesake by Adrienne Young. I'm so excited to read this series finally. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I waited for Namesake to come out. Still waiting for Namesake to turn up in my parcel locker. It's on its way. Those noises are really annoying me. My goodness. I have waited like over 6 months to read Fable. I'm finally gonna do it, or at least I'm finally planning to do it this quarter. So I'm just waiting for Namesake to show up, and yeah, that's pretty much the only reason why I've put this series off for so long. I've just heard nothing but great things about it. I got some Jennifer L. Armentrout books. I'm pretty sure that the final book in this series is coming out like either in June or July, something like that. So Storm and Fury, the Harbinger series, and I also want to read The Crown of Gilded Bones. Comes out in a few weeks time. My goodness, I'm not ready for it at all. Like, I can't even get through The Kingdom of Flesh and Fire because of how intense it is and how many withdrawals I'm gonna have. I'm just not gonna, my heart is not gonna be prepared for that book. Anyway, I already need to calm down about it. But yes, it's looking like I'm gonna have a good time with Jennifer L. Armentrout in this quarter. Let's just say that. And then I also want to read the Cursebreakers series by Bridget Kemmerer. It is about time. I have been putting off this series for years, and I'm just gonna finally do it. If you guys don't know, book 2 and 3 are on their way to me right now. A Curse So Dark and Lonely is what I'm planning to read at least for April, and I'm planning to continue on with the series, providing that it is a good series. Like, I want to be invested and intrigued in it. I've heard mixed things about it. Like, there's a lot of hype surrounding it, yes, but at the very same time, some people found it to be predictable, some people found it to be cheesy, some people didn't like the romance. So I'm very curious in seeing where I would stand with this series. But I do plan to read this series this quarter. And I plan to continue on with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure this quarter. As I'm filming this, finish volume 6. And what I do know is that I kind of do want to finish this quarter. So I've got 4 more volumes left in this series, and these volumes are technically like really big manga volumes. They're technically twice the size of a typical manga volume. Yeah, I mean, they're known as the deluxe editions anyway. So yeah, they are gonna take take me quite a while to get through, but I'm gonna get through them. I plan to read them this quarter. And I at least want to start off reading the Crave series by Tracy Wolff. I mentioned this, it's like not a Twilight retelling. It's been marketed as feminist Twilight, okay? So yes, there are vampires and there are probably werewolves in it as well. This is probably just gonna be a real big guilty pleasure read. Apparently, like, the plot is really good. Everybody loves it and it's hyped, but it's not hyped. Like, I've been seeing more people hype this series up on Bookstagram than people actually hype it up on BookTube. I've been seeing this a lot on Bookstagram. That is essentially what got me to just buy it. Very much looking forward to reading it, even though I really don't like the covers, and seeing if I like it enough. If I like it as much as I think that I might enjoy it. And then I have A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett Sinclair. If you guys don't know, this is a Hades and Persephone retelling, or it's inspired by Hades and Persephone. I just decided I wanted to buy this book because I thought to myself, you know what? I am going to buy this book eventually. I'm going to read this book eventually. I may as well just buy it and read it now. So I'm just gonna do it. And I think the third book comes out either in May, June, or July, sometime like that. Yeah, I think that it's about time that I actually jump on this bandwagon. The second last book I'm going to mention is going to be a reread, and that is a reread of Forest of Souls by Laurie M. Lee in the lead up to Broken Web, which is another book that I am planning to read in this quarter because I'm pretty sure Broken Web comes out mid-June. Yeah, the covers are great. I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous Charlie Bowater covers. They're just beautiful. I actually don't remember too much about this book, to be honest, and so that's why I definitely do want to reread it in the lead up to Broken Web, but what I do know is that I was intrigued enough to continue on with the series. So that's why I'm planning to pick up Broken Web, and that's why I'm planning to reread Forest of Souls. Final two books that I gotta mention are in the same series, and yes, I'm planning to reread The Princess Will Save You by Sarah Henning, and then The Queen Will Betray You by Sarah Henning. But then again, The Queen Will Betray You, does that come out at the end of June? I don't know if I will have the time to read The Queen Will Betray You in this quarter. It might have to be the next quarter, but what I do know is that in this quarter, this book is gonna get read. I love the first time that I read this book. This wasn't even just in my top 20. No, this was in my top 10. This was just really good. I loved the intensity of the story. I understand that it could have been a little bit more fleshed out considering that it's a pretty small book. I don't know, like the intensity of it, just the character of Amarande, all of it. I don't know, like I just felt so connected and so invested in it. And so that's how I just know that the series is just absolutely great. I just really hope that the sequel is just as great as the first book because the ending of the first book just really got me. It was shocking. This entire book was shocking for me. Personally, I really love the series and I cannot believe that people are sleeping on it. This is probably one of the best Charlie Bowater cover books out of all of them. It's really good. I can't believe that you guys are sleeping on it. So that is gonna be it for this video today, book lovers. Let me know if you guys are planning to get to any of these books anytime soon as well. If you did happen to enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already. Join the amazing community of book lovers. And also, I have social medias. I'm at gswizzelbooks on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm also at Goodreads. That's www.goodreads.com/gswizzle. I love you, book lovers, and I will see you later. Peace.
Started out with half and I flipped it into double. Started out with half and I flipped it into double.